What's up, everybody? Tommy here. Let's see if there's anybody else on right now. Very good. All right. So what I wanted to kind of cover today is just open up some figures. I wanted to share with you one of the other figures that I did get, which some of you might have seen on one of my videos, but this was a really cool one. This is the Lobo, which is the Amazon exclusive. My understanding is back in stock, so if you did miss it, you can grab it. It's almost 2 feet long, so this is no joke. This is one of the larger figures that I have. I normally don't collect from McFarlane a lot of the the Batmobile and all that other stuff, just because I don't have a lot of space. But I couldn't help myself on the Lobo. So this is with the Space Hog and his companion back here. I mean, this is awesome. Did come with an extra head, which if you got the first round of Lobo, it only came with the one head. And I have it right here. You can see the figures are identical. So not much change other than the head sculpt. So you did get a different head sculpt. If you did purchase the Amazon version, the hair is a little bit longer. The facial expression is a little different. And then you got a second head. So altogether, you have 3 different head sculpts. If you picked up the first iteration of Lobo, which came out in 2022, if I'm not mistaken. And here's what it looks like right here. Yep. And then here is the Amazon iteration. You can see the facial expression is slightly different. The hair is different, but the body is exactly the same. So if you did pick it up, you're pretty much getting the same figure except for the head sculpt. Everything else is the same. So I'll put this guy, Mr. Lobo, back up here. I keep him in my Superman section, although he could probably go into several. And we'll move Lobo off to the side right here. And let's get into some of these other figures that I just picked up. And I wanted to share with you. So if you don't follow us on our podcast, we have several interviews. And our last interview that we did, which dropped today, is Simon Furman. And if you don't know who Simon Furman is, he is a legend in the comic book writing space. He has been writing for Marvel for 40 years, off and on. He's done Alpha Flight, She-Hulk, and several other titles. But Transformers is what he has really been known for. He's been writing for Transformers for almost 40 years, pretty close to 40 years. In fact, he's still doing Transformers stories for video games and whatnot. And as you know, Skybound got the rights to Transformers, and Daniel Warren Johnson is currently on art and writing, and he's killing it right now. But Simon had that role for many years, starting off with just the Transformers version in the UK. And then he started writing a lot of the Transformers stories for the US, and off and on, all kinds of different Transformer and some G.I. Joe titles over the last 40 years, including, like I said, video games. So I had a blast talking to this legend. So check it out. But I bring it up because there is a company called Toy Forge, and it is owned and created by a gentleman named Aaron Thomas. He created this entire line of Astrobots and, started building kind of stories around each of the figures, and got a hold of Simon because he wanted to put it into a story form. And Simon Furman has helped to develop all the stories behind Astrobots and all the different characters. And if you collect comics and you saw Astrobots in your local comic book store, it's published by Massive, and it became quickly one of my favorite comics of last year. They had a 5-part series. That was the first arc. And then a re-release of some of the figures of Astrobots from Toy Forge. You can only get these on Big Bad Toy Store that I'm aware of. If somebody else knows of another place, let me know. But here's what the figures look like. And if you read the comic book, you'll know. This is Apollo. He plays a main role, kind of walks in, I think, on issue 2, but plays a major role. Here is what the figure looks like. Again, the figure is freaking crazy. I mean, the articulation is next level. I don't know if this will do it justice, but look at the hands. Those are all joints on the fingers. So it moves in all kinds of different ways. The wrist, the palm even moves. Like everything moves. It's incredible. I mean, they're not cheap. They're about $70 to $100 for each figure. But when you look at it, of course, on this one, and it's hard to tell on the video, but I do have the eyes that glow as well in Apollo. So I'm just an incredible figure. Absolutely love it. I think there has been there's been 4 that have been released, and there's 1 more figure coming, which I've already pre-ordered. But yeah, they sell out fast, so you probably have to get it through the second hand market. But man, what an incredible figure. I kept the boxes. I'm not a box keeper, but for the Astrobots, I did keep the box just because the boxes are just like next level incredible too. So here is Apollo. Again, if you read Astrobots, it plays a major role. What's up, True Believer? You're back. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. I agree. McFarlane is my favorite. I'm just kind of sharing a little bit about Astrobots, though. If you haven't seen these figures from Toy Forge, of course, Simon Furman is currently writing the comic book and helping to develop the story around all these characters. But yeah, here is this is Artemis. She plays a major role in the comic book. Again, the figures are just insane, detailed. I mean, look at the joints. Like every single joint has movement in it. So just incredible figures. Again, Aaron Thomas is the creator of these figures. He developed the toy line and then worked with Simon Furman, who has written Transformers for almost 40 years. He worked with him to develop the stories. Yeah, the story is actually done by Massive Publishing. So Massive has the rights to the Astrobots in written form. Simon Furman, the Hall of Famer Transformer writer, is on writing duties and working with Aaron Thomas, who developed the toy line for storylines around each of the characters. So, you know, we had this gap with Transformers in comics where it didn't exist for a little while, as there was some kind of behind the scenes things taking place. We now know that Skybound got the rights to it. And yeah. Remember that giant Spider-Man that came out years ago? Yeah, it did, man. It was dope. I wish I had it, to be honest. Those things go for a lot. Here's Vulcan. He also is a major figure throughout the Astrobots. And again, hard to tell, but also has batteries to light up. But yeah, this figure is dope. I mean, it has these missile drill things. These pop off and you could put other pieces on it. Here's his hands and his arms. Again, articulation is next level. Again, these are not cheap. I don't really collect a whole lot out of Marvel Select, Marvel Legends, and McFarlane. McFarlane being my favorite. That's what I collect mostly of. Yeah, I had to pick up the Astrobots. I was missing Transformers, and Astrobots kind of filled that void for me. And yeah, so hopefully get more. All right, let's jump in. Here is, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Here is the first one that we'll open. This is steel. So I just got this off of McFarlane website. I believe, I don't know if it was exclusive to his website. It could be. But yeah. So here's what the back package looks like. This comes from the Reign of Superman series. And I'm super excited to have a steel in my collection. Because this character is dope, playing a major role in War Journal. If you're reading the current Green Lantern run from DC, which has Philip Kennedy Johnson on writing duties. And man, Steel is incredible. Yeah, this figure is pretty dope. Yeah. So again, that same awesome articulation from McFarlane. 22 points of articulation on most of their figures, double joints in the knees and the elbows, in the feet and the ankles. So yeah, pretty cool, man. So let's get the rest of them out. You know, I've noticed if you collect McFarlane for a long time, you know that they have these ties that you have to have scissors or a sharp knife to kind of get into. I've been noticing they've been using less of those ties, which I like, man. It makes it so much easier to get all the product out of the box. Again, I am an out-of-the-box collector for the most part, just because I don't have space to keep everything in the box. So I tend to just open up everything, which to an in-box collector is probably horror, but yeah. All right, so again, get your foot stand for the figure. We'll go ahead and pop that on right now. All DC comes with a collector's card. So here is John's card right here. Pretty nice. It gives you a little background story of the character, which is cool. So if you're a collector, you know all this already. I keep all my cards. I actually have a book where I have all my cards. And I like to collect comic book cards too. So I do have quite a few of those. I actually am a big UFC fan. I don't know if you're a fight fan, but I am. And so I collect UFC fighting cards too. I used to collect a lot of baseball cards, but when I first got married, funds were tight, and I ended up having to sell a lot of my comic books at that time and my baseball cards to make rent. So, yeah, I think we all have a story like that. So here it is. Here's Steel. Very cool figure. Again, all that same goodness from McFarlane as far as quality. It looks awesome. It looks awesome. Now, I will say I went to the website before I started opening these, and I did notice that they are out of stock on Steel. So I'm not sure where else to get them outside of McFarlane Toys store. So if you are looking for that, you might have to hit eBay or something like that. What's up, Mark? Primary and in-the-box collector, yeah. But if I really like a figure, I'll buy a second one and open it. Yep, that's how my friend I have a couple friends like that. For the most part, they're in the box collector. It just takes up so much space, and they have it, and I just don't have it. So yeah, I love it, man. I wish I could have been in the box on one hand, but on the other hand, man, I do kind of like having them out and displaying them, and I'm constantly dusting them, which is a pain as an out of the box collector. But it is pretty cool to kind of put them in different positions and all that good stuff. So, but man, thanks for joining, both of you. Appreciate it. So we'll put all this right here. Let's move on to the next one. So this is Owlman. And you'll start seeing Owlman in all your Walmarts right now. It's just hitting California where I live. And my understanding is it's hit like North Texas. So they're starting to flow in. That's the only bad thing about figures sold that are exclusive to Walmart. I feel like you just never know when they're going to hit stores. Where Target, I feel like once it hits online, you see it in stores pretty close after that, at least in California. It could be different, I guess, in each state. But I have been looking for this figure and very glad that I found it. The other McFarlane figure that has recently been in a Walmart exclusive, and that was the Vampire Robin. So I did pick this up about 2 weeks ago and already opened it. You could see the head sculpt is actually pretty cool. And again, you have all that articulation that you always get. So yeah, this was number 3 in the collection so far. We have an Aquaman, and then we have a Hal Jordan, and then we have a Robin. So there will be one more that is coming. But then the other Walmart exclusive was this Owlman, which is the second Owlman from McFarlane, which I'm really excited about. I have the other one up there somewhere. But yeah, this figure looked pretty awesome. And, I got family in Arizona and Kentucky and Utah. Everyone's looking for my figures, so I send pictures to everybody. I don't know if you all do the same thing. And whenever they go to Target, Walmart, or anywhere that could have toys, they always FaceTime me, and we kind of look over the section together. So I do have a little bit of an army helping me keep up on some of these figures. I don't have to have every single thing that McFarlane does, but I do collect most everything. All right, so here's Owlman, Thomas Wayne Jr. You can see the card right there. Looks pretty dope. Pretty awesome figure. Let's get the stand out, and then let's stand up Owlman. and see what he looks like. Again, same articulation. For the most part, they'll all have the same articulation. If you're already a collector, you'll know that. And again, I think one of the great things about McFarlane figures is they're constantly looking to, figure out what that next item of articulation that is needed on the figures. And as they see some of the competition get a little bit better, I feel like he's always 1 or 2 steps ahead of everybody else. That's just my personal opinion. I do collect Marvel, and I do enjoy some of the Marvel stuff, but I'm more of a DC guy. But yeah, here's the figure right here. I love the head sculpt on this. Again, you have that torso articulation, which is awesome. It's like in 3 pieces. So you could really pose them in a lot of really cool ways. But here's Owlman. This is, like I said, Walmart exclusive. I would just check your Walmarts. They're flooding into Walmarts right now if you are looking for Owlman. So they are available. So we'll slide him right over here for now. Put the box away and then move on to the next one. I don't know, something extremely joyful when you're opening up figures, man. That's the other thing why I think I like being an out-of-the-box collector. It's just so fun, man. Although, yeah, I don't know. To each their own, right? All right, so here we go. Target exclusive. These are still available. I did check Target.com or the app if you're an avid Target shopper like my wife and I are. We have the app, and then that way when figures do drop, in fact, we had 2 more figures drop, at least the news that they're dropping at Target.com on the 30th. So Tuesday, 2 more figures. We'll kind of jump into that here in a second. All right, so here is the actual figure. This is the Jokerized Batgirl. This is number 5, I believe, in the series so far, and it looks like they're going to continue. So we're going to get a whole line, which is a lot of fun because let me show you why and what I've really enjoyed about this. When I first saw this, to be honest, I wasn't that excited about it. I was like, it's not that great of an idea. I don't need to see the entire Batman family Jokerized. But I have to admit, I've really fallen in love with this set. I really enjoy the playing cards that it comes with. And we're getting close to probably a half a deck with 5 figures so far, which is really cool. All right. So here's the weapon that it comes with. It shoots the Batarang. Of course, you have your own. Bear with me. Nothing worse than doing a live and trying to open a figure. It's not as fun for the viewer, I'm sure. All right, so here we go. Pretty cool. All right, let's try and get her out. Cape's not too long, so she should pop out. There we go. Again, same articulation. Everything looks really good. So here's the figure itself. There's that Jokerized head sculpt. All the features. You could see the cape, red hair. Really cool. All right, let's open up the next. The other thing I don't use because I don't have the room are these stands, which are really cool. Let me show you what they do if you haven't seen it yet. The other cool thing about the Jokerized, they all come with this base. That way you know it's all part of the same family of figures. And then what is really cool is this deck of cards. So as you collect them, you're collecting all the different Jokerized cards. So each figure comes with 4. So we got 20 so far. There's 3, 6. So here is the cards it came with. So I'll put this in my collection too. And like I said, we're almost halfway through a full deck. So we'll see how far they go with this. Here is Barbara's card, which is pretty cool. And then here's a little bit about her on the back, which is really cool. So I love that we get these cards. with the McFarlane figures. So, yep. So here it is again, one more time. Here are the cards that it came with. And then, of course, her card right there on top. Here's her stand. So here's what this stand does right here. This is a card stand. It's pretty cool when I do my videos that kind of show the figures. I'll kind of, and that's what I'll do after this is I'll do some still pictures for Instagram and whatnot. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I just don't use them. There's that. We'll put her on her base. And there we go. And there she is. All right, let's move on to the next one. This next one is dope. So this next one is an Entertainment Earth exclusive. It is Mr. Freeze. And the Mr. Freeze, you'll notice his costume or his outfit is a little different. This outfit that they made this Mr. Freeze, which I thought was kind of cool, is from like 1959. It's Batman 121. And it is the story called The Ice Crimes of Mr. Zero. So it was a story that took place in this issue right here. Oh, it's on the back. I didn't even notice that. This is cool. So here is the cover of the issue, and you can see Mr. Freeze over here, his outfit, that green and kind of purple, really unique. When this first came out, I think a lot of us were like, what outfit is that? And then, you know, as more information came out, I thought, well, that's kind of cool, man. Very unique. Let's check it out. Open this bad boy up too. Oh, yeah. That is dope. I love these. So this is a glow in the dark. I want to say this is 4th or 5th through Entertainment Earth. One of my favorite figures of all McFarlane that I own is this one right here. Let me see if I can grab it without knocking everything over. Which already I'm knocking things over. But it is Swamp Thing. If you haven't collected, I have 2 Swamp Thing. I have a regular one, and then I have the glow in the dark one. But the details on this figure is next level. I mean, just look at the details. Like I said, the head sculpt is different from this. It stands close to a foot tall, as it should. But this is probably like top 2 or 3 favorite figures. Incredible. But this one is glow in the dark, and this was an Entertainment Earth exclusive as well. And then there were some other ones as well. There is a Joker. There is a Two-Face. There is Scarecrow. There's a few that they have had come out. And then, of course, it comes with the 2 black lights right here to kind of show, which is really cool. Really, really cool. Do you have issues with your figures falling here in Ohio during the summer? Some of my figure, yeah, the joints get loose. A little bit. I would say it's less with McFarlane. For the most part, all of my McFarlane figures stand up pretty good. Of course, once in a while, you'll find one fall. I'm in Southern California. I live in the desert, so it gets really hot here, like 110, 112. I live near Palm Springs. Palm Springs can get up to like 118. So during the summer, it gets really hot too. And you do notice them fall over a lot more. I have more issues with my Marvel Legends. I feel like every day I come in, I'm picking up 1 or 2. They just don't stand, especially the female figures when they have kind of the high heels. Those ones are really hard. So a lot of times McFarlane will send you a stand, and it'll be on a figure that really doesn't need a stand because the figure has really big flat feet. So I'll utilize some of those stands for my Marvel Legends that fall a lot. But yeah, I'm with you, man. Mark, I have the same issue, my friend. Same issue. All right, this is pretty cool. I mean, so happy that these are coming with them. It's kind of fun. You'll notice I have like my Superman one, my Flash one. A lot of these are part of the McFarlane Blacklight edition or the collector's edition. They all come with these kind of stands, which are really cool. I don't use them for that, but I use them just to kind of highlight what figures are where. So it's kind of cool. I enjoy that. There's that. So let's keep going here. So his Freeze Ray. which is really cool. Actually really detailed, man. I'm wondering if that's probably glow in the dark as well. That's really cool. And then you just start bringing out the pieces. So there's normally quite a few pieces. Here's the stand for the black light. Let's see if I get the figure out yet. There we go. So here it is. I want to say this is the third or fourth Mr. Freeze that I can remember from McFarlane. So if you know, let me know. But there's a few Mr. Freezes, but this one is really cool. Like I said, this is that 1959 suit in issue 121 of Batman that Mr. Freeze wore. The series was called The Ice Crimes of Mr. Zero. But here is what he looked like in the comic book, which I think is really cool. Quite a departure from where he looks today. And that's why I think that nostalgia, I think, is really cool that they did. McFarlane's really good about doing something like really unique like that. Taking a character that done before, but maybe not like that. Open these up. So here are the actual black lights, and then on the back right here is the actual stand for the figure. And it comes with the arms. There we go. All right, let's move this out of the way real quick. And if you haven't seen this, let's put it together for you. So you have your stands right here. These kind of just pop right in. And then these kind of snap right into the side right here. There you go. Boom. And so you kind of tell that it's on right now, but I'll take pictures later. But it comes with two of these. It comes with a stand that he goes on. And then these kind of lay right underneath. You'll see there's little notches right here. And yeah, it's kind of cool. I'll maybe do a video later where I have all of the black lights all together. That would be kind of cool. And then I have a bag where I actually keep a lot of these extra parts. I actually have like 3 or 4 bags of just hands and feet and all kinds of head sculpts that are all extra. So yeah, and I'll keep this box just to do a picture, and then I'll toss it like I do everything else. Which on these figures, these were hard. I did keep some of these boxes for a while just because they're so nice. I just love how this is done. You can see right here, here's the Entertainment Earth. These are available. So if you missed out on this one, head over there right now. Actually, if you go to my Instagram, World at War Comics, if you go to my link tree, you could utilize my Entertainment Earth code, and you'll save 10% and get free shipping over $79. So check it out. So here is Mr. Freeze. That's the end of here. Here's his card. And like I said, it came with this case right here, which I won't use, but look at the card. It is so cool, man. It's actual cover of issue what I say it was 121 of Batman. And then all of these special edition come with like an authenticity. This is number 439 of 7,350. So a pretty good number. I would hope so, man. I order these like right at 9 a.m. Pacific when most of this stuff drops. So this goes just right like that. And if you wanted to use the card holder, which I will not use, but I will use this for just highlighting. So anyways, here he is. That's a pretty cool figure. All right. Let's move on to the big ones. These are ones I'm really excited about. I'll probably have to change my camera angle real quick. There we go. So let me do this. All right. So I went ahead and picked up these. This is the digital version, and this is the Batman 1/8 scale. Like I said, this is the digital one, which is still available. You could pick this up at McFarlaneToysStore.com. It comes with a QR code and an authenticity. That way you could download the digital version of this toy, which I'm not really into. That's not my thing. But for those that are still into kind of that digital currency of art and pictures, there you go. You get one with this figure. So I'm going to open it up and let's take a look at it. And this will be the first one. This is the blue version. There's a black version, which I'll show you right now. There's actually 3 of these. There is an autograph edition of the black. There is a black edition that doesn't have the autograph. And then there's the digital version, which is the blue. Let's see. The autographed version is sold out. So, but the other 2 are available if you missed out. All right, so here's the figure. Let me open up the collector's card right here. Very nice. All right. So here is the giant stand that the 1/8 scale or the 12-inch usually stand on. I do have quite a bit. You could kind of see right up there is all my 12-inch. I will be changing it around because I'm losing space here quick, but I'll have to kind of make some adjustments on my toys and figure out how to make them all fit. But I have 2 more 12-inch I got to find a space for. But there's that famous cover by McFarlane. Pretty awesome. Again, this is the digital version. So it comes with a digital version, which I'm not even sure. Maybe I'll look it up and see what it looks like, but not really my thing. But I love the figures. All right, so let's take a look at this bad boy. Supposed to get another delivery. My 1966 Batman figures that I ordered through McFarlane. I thought were coming today, but they haven't arrived yet. I thought that would be kind of fun during the video that it showed up. Like, yeah, that would be dope. All right, so here's the actual figure. This one pops right in here. And there he is. The 1/8 scale, the famous Batman cover, McFarlane. Looks pretty dope. Looks pretty dope, man. It looks pretty dope. I guess you could say that Mr. Figure is the cool. I love it, man. That's hilarious, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So, yeah, this is dope, man. This figure is dope. Loving this one. I'm just such a big McFarlane fan. So, there's that one. Like I said, here's the card. So, this is what it comes with. So, this is the first one. Not sure where I'm going to put this. So, I'll lay it off to the side because it's just big. All right. And this one might freak people out. Here is the autographed version. You see the back of the box, which just looks dope. But look how this box literally is probably a foot and maybe 10 inches by 12 inches. But it's a 12-inch figure. This one comes with the autographed card right here. So this is the autographed version. Can't even say it, man. So, man, this one, I'm wondering if I should open it or we should keep it like this. What would you guys do, man? It's pretty dope, though. I love the black version of it, like all the shadow. And if you look, this one is kind of that the yellow with the gray, just pretty cool. And then let's stay true to who I am. Out of the box, here we go. Yikes, keep it in the box, Mark. Am I stressing you out, bro? Am I stressing you out, man? I know I'm thinking about keeping it in the box, but I'm going to go ahead, man. I'm an out-of-the-box guy, so I have quite a few Todd McFarlane autographs, too, since I am a huge fan. But let's check it out, man. This one looks dope. Kind of nice right now. My wife's working. My daughters are working. So I'm just chilling. She's like, what did you do all day? I don't know about you, but I had a lot of fun. All right. Here we go. Let's take a look. Take a look. has that dough, man. So cool. All right. There she is, man. So much stress right now, dude. I know. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry, man. Mark. Yeah, so much stress right now. I'm sorry, bro. I know. My buddy LT. I don't know if you guys follow LT, but he is like next level collector, man. He has every single McFarlane DC figure made since I guess it would have been, 2019 when McFarlane got the rights. All right, so there's his. Just grab the. So here's the giant stand. There we go, man. Let me do this. Yeah, breathe. Just nice and easy, Mark. Nice and easy, man. I know. I'm sorry, bro. I don't mean this should be fun, not stressful, all right? All right, and here is the other one. I'll put them side by side right here. And let me just lower that real quick. And that's what the figures look like. Get the mic out of the way. So super dope. Super duper dope. Super duper dope. It's a statue, correct? Yeah, it's a statue. Just a statue. Yeah, thank you, Mark. It does look pretty awesome, man. Let me grab the collector's card, which is bent, and it was already bent in the box a little bit, but anyways. So again, same as the other card, just on this side, you got McFarlane's signature, which I will put that in my book with all my other stuff. Like I said, I have a lot of his comics signed. And if you're a McFarlane fan, go back, man. I interviewed him on our channel and had a blast, man. Incredible storyteller. His experiences are crazy. And yeah, I think I read he's worth $300 million just mainly off of his toy line. Of course, his comic is doing really awesome right now. They're about to hit issue 350 on Spawn. So I don't know if you all keep up with Spawn, but you see behind me, I'm a pretty big Spawn collector and fan. I have quite a few of his figures. Some of the old ones, there's the very first Spawn ever made right up there. That's a series 1. I got this one I have not opened. This is series 3 Spawn, which his cape is just huge on this one. Gigantic. So I haven't done that one. I have not opened this one. And then one of my, these aren't that hard to find because they made a lot of them. But I don't know if you realize this, but before it was McFarlane Toys, it was called Todd's Toys. Todd Toys. And let me show you this old school Todd Toys from 1993. And this is what it looks like. So it's a little beat up. But you can see there's Spawn and Violator in there. I would say this is probably like a 3-inch figure, maybe. Box number 59,408. So I think they made a lot of these. But it is a numbered box set, special limited run, but probably 60,000 of these. But, you know, back in 92, 93, if you remember, he sold 2.3 million copies, I believe, of issue 1 of Spawn. So it makes sense that there would be a lot of these made when this came out. Oh, nice. And loose, sweet. Yeah, it's just more nostalgia for me. Like I said, it's not worth very much. You could get these for like $20 on eBay. But just having something that says Todd Toys before he had to change it. But yeah, it was pretty cool. And of course, now it's McFarlane Toys, which is really cool. So yeah, I love this thing, man. One of my favorites. Put him over here so he's out of the way. yeah, so that's pretty much it. All the figures that I got that I wanted to open with all of you, man. I thought it was pretty fun and a lot of really cool figures. I was wishing I would have got the 1966 ones in because that would have been cool to open with everybody. The only other thing that I really have that's new is I don't know if you all collect Marvel Select, but I do have the new set is now complete of Fantastic Four. So let me grab it right here because these figures are amazing. Again, you know, when you look at Marvel Select, right, they're quite a bit behind normally of where McFarlane is. Yeah, here's Sue. And I love it, right? Because she's invisible halfway through. So she's about to become invisible 100% and comes with all kinds of awesome attachments to put her in a lot of different positions. Same with Reed. So that one's pretty cool. Fantastic Four is my favorite Marvel family. So I keep these by my desk just because I enjoy it. So here's Reed. Let me grab Ben. The Human Torch over here. Ben is massive. It's like a rock, man. He weighs so much. This thing probably 5 pounds, 8 pounds. It's big. He's huge, man. But this is the newest Ben from Marvel Select, from Diamond Select Toys. And then here is Johnny. And he comes with this little stand that makes him look like he's taken off. So very cool figures, man. And then, of course, I had to pick up the kids. For Alan Franklin. And these are Marvel Select, and they come in a 2-pack with both of them. Again, I even use my own code of Entertainment Earth to get my figures, so I get everything, you know, all my free stuff. But yeah, here we go. Here's Franklin. Here's Val. And these are the Marvel Legends. So I keep the family over here next to my desk when I'm working. And if you want to get real nostalgic, I don't know if you all remember the stories of when Ben was gone and She-Hulk joined the Fantastic Four. Here's the old Toy Biz She-Hulk in her Fantastic Four outfit, which I thought was pretty fun. It's pretty dope. I have to admit, that is pretty dope. So I keep her right over here with all my select figures. But if you watch my videos, you know my whole room has quite a bit of figures, mainly McFarlane, but I do have a lot of Legend and a lot of Marvel Select. So, yeah. Yeah, I have that in the box and loose. Yep. Right on, man. So then, you know, we got a couple other drops that just was announced. Let me find my phone, which is buried. So if you are following along with McFarlane, 2 drops take place on Tuesday next week. And here is what they are. Give me a second. All right. So we have Cassandra Cain, Batgirl. She drops on Tuesday, this coming up Tuesday on the West Coast at 9 a.m. on Target.com. So if you're collecting McFarlane and you want to get these gold label Target exclusive, this one drops this Tuesday, 9 a.m. So if I'm working, my wife really helps me out. She will go on the app at 9 a.m. and just start typing this in over and over again until it pops up to make sure I get it. There's that one. There is, so here's the other one. This one is The Rival from Injustice Society. That one drops on Tuesday, which is a Target exclusive. So you have 2 of these gold label exclusives that drop this coming up Tuesday. In addition, right now, and it's still available, is you could pre-order on Amazon. You have your Parallax Hal Jordan, which is glow in the dark. So what McFarlane has done is with Entertainment Earth, he has the blacklight figures. With Amazon, he has the glow in the dark figures. And then with Big Bad Toy Store, he has the black and white with accents. which are all exclusive to Big Bad Toy Store. So they each kind of have their own version of an exclusive for McFarlane. And so they just continue to add on to these. These are probably, this Big Bad Toy Store Superman is incredible. Probably one of my favorites is this figure. And then, of course, you have the pencil edition too, the black and white, which is pretty cool. But those are the three that come out. You have the Amazon Parallax Glow in the Dark. You can order that right now. And then you could also order Tuesday. You have that Flash, and then you have the Batgirl, the Cassandra Cain, which is really exciting. A lot of people have been asking, including me, right? We needed a Cassandra Cain, and glad that we finally got her. So that would be awesome to add to up top right here where I keep all my, I don't know if you could see, but right here is all of my villains for Batman. And then right over here is my Batman and Batman family. I keep those two top shelves just for that, but I'm running out of room. So we'll have to figure that out, which is cool. It's a kind of a good problem to have. That means I'm getting all the figures that I was wanting, which is awesome. So, yeah. And so, yeah, we have a lot coming up that you want to stay up to date with. Real quick, if I could just kind of plug what's going on in my life, right, outside of toy collecting, which is a big part of it. I also have my own comic book. If you love comic books, would love for you to try it out. You could pick this up at our website at worldatwarcomics.com. You could go to eBay and pick it up there on our eBay store. Just look up World at War Comics, or you go on the TikTok shop, which is the easiest, fastest way, or the website. Those are the two fastest ways. I will get that information right away, and I will send it out next day. You get all kinds of free goodies with every comic that you order. So here is issue number 1. This is cover B. It has snapback. All of them come signed. Here's cover A, which has our character Collapse. And check us out, man. We would love for you to try Kingsville. We just got more in because we had ran out, which is a good problem to have. And then issue 2 is at the printer. And this is what it looks like. Here's the cover. And it'll be available on our website very soon, probably in the next 3 weeks. We're just waiting for it to get back from the printer, and then we'll throw it on the website. This is cover A. That is Death Day on the cover right there. So they came out just freaking amazing. Just amazing. And then here is from Marvel artist Will Torres, Dynamite. He's worked for them, done a lot of covers. Here is, this is our clean version. You can see there's no blood, and this is the bloody version. And when you read the comic book, you will know what I'm talking about. So check us out. We would love to have your support. Let's see here. I'm looking forward to the next Spawn Kickstarter. Yeah, man, they've been talking about it, but they haven't talked about a date yet. But that could be a lot of fun. They did that before, and it killed it. So, yeah. Where can we get them? The comic, True Believer, or because the comic book is on my TikTok. If you follow me on TikTok at World at War Comics, you could go right to my TikTok shop. That's the best place to get it because TikTok gives out free coupons and you'll get a better price. Or you could go to our website and pick it up there, which is worldatwarcomics.com. And once it's purchased, I will get the notification and I will box it up with all kinds of cool freebies. I even throw in extra comics that I have doubles of once in a while. Stickers. Once in a while, you'll get a really cool poker chip. Kingsville poker chips. So there's all kinds of cool stuff I tried to throw in there in addition to keep things fun. So yeah, thank you, True Blue. Yeah, the comic. Yep. So yeah, those are the two places. You could also go to eBay at World at War Comics or just type in Kingsville and you could pick it up there. So yeah, a lot of fun, man. Like I said, our issue 2 is done. It's at the printer. Cannot wait for all of you to check it out. Look at that page right there. See Death Day doing his thing right there. So yeah, a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. I don't want to give away anything in the comic, but the art is incredible. The art is done by Dan Zay. He is our artist. Amazing young talent. He's killing it. So this is issue 2. Actually, we're already on issue 3. We're about 4 pages in. So yeah, we look forward to starting our next Kickstarter, hopefully by like March, April timeframe for issue 3. I try to get the comic about at least halfway done before we do a Kickstarter. That way you're not waiting very long. Our Kickstarter just ended 2 weeks. We're already at the printer and these will go out. So within a month, I'm shipping out our Kickstarter, everybody's Kickstarter goals. So appreciate it, True Believer, and Mark and everybody else that joined today. Thank you so much. Had a lot of fun opening all these figures with all of you. It's one of my most favorite things to do. And Mark, sorry I stressed you out opening up everything, but glad that you joined me. We'll do this again. Would even love to have you come on and partner with me and we could go through figures together. But thank you, everybody, for joining me today, and hope you have an amazing weekend, all right? Talk soon, everybody, and thanks again. I am writing it, Mark. So I'm the creator and writer of Kingsville, and then Dan Zay is doing the penciling, inking, colors. So yeah, between him and I, we're putting it together. So a lot of fun. Dream of mine to have our comic come out, and it happened last year, and then issue 2 just happened now, and issue 3 will happen mid-year. And we hope to be done with issue 4 by end of the year. And then we'll go into like a trade after that. So it's a 4-story arc to start with, and we'll just go on from there. But it's a lot of fun. So yeah. Oh, you're the man, True Believer. Thank you so much. I will get that out right away, and you'll get something special. I promise. Sweet. Appreciate you, gentlemen. Thank you. All right, everyone. Talk soon, and let's stay in touch.